The world is warming. Global warming is one of the most pressing challenges of our time. Rising temperatures affect every corner of our planet. From melting ice caps to extreme weather events, the signs are unmistakable. Yet many remain unaware of the full extent of the crisis. Understanding global warming is the first step towards combating it. We need knowledge to act effectively. What exactly is global warming, and why is it happening? These questions are crucial. Only then can we address the crisis with the urgency it demands. Global warming refers to the long-term rise in Earth's average temperature. This phenomenon is primarily due to the increase in greenhouse gases. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, causing the planet to warm. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is the most significant greenhouse gas. It is released through human activities, such as burning fossil fuels. Other gases include methane, or CH4, and nitrous oxide, or N2O. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, reports that the global temperature has risen by about 1.2 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. The scientific community agrees that human activities are the primary cause. Natural processes alone cannot explain the rapid increase. The consequences of global warming extend far beyond higher temperatures. It affects weather patterns, sea levels, and ecosystems. Human activities are the main drivers of global warming. The burning of fossil fuels is the largest contributor. This includes coal, oil, and natural gas. These fuels are used for electricity, heating, and transportation. When burned, they release large amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere. Deforestation is another significant factor. Trees absorb CO2, helping to regulate the climate. When forests are cut down, this balance is disrupted. The carbon stored in trees is released, adding to the greenhouse effect. Agriculture also plays a role, particularly livestock farming. Cows produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Industrial processes release various greenhouse gases. Factories and power plants are major sources. By understanding our contributions, we can start to make more sustainable choices. The environmental impacts of global warming are widespread and severe. One of the most visible effects is the melting of ice caps and glaciers. In the Arctic, sea ice is shrinking at an alarming rate. This not only raises sea levels, but also threatens wildlife. Polar bears, for instance, are losing their habitats and struggling to find food. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense. Hurricanes, heat waves, and heavy rainfall are just a few examples. In 2020, Australia experienced devastating bushfires. These fires were fueled by extremely high temperatures and prolonged drought. Coral reefs are another casualty of global warming. The Great Barrier Reef has experienced severe bleaching events. Higher sea temperatures cause corals to expel the algae living in their tissues. This leads to the loss of their vibrant colors and, ultimately, their death. Protecting our planet's biodiversity is essential for maintaining ecological balance. Section 5. Effects on human life. Global warming has far-reaching effects on human life. Health is a major concern. Rising temperatures can lead to heat-related illnesses. Heat waves have caused many deaths worldwide. In 2003, Europe experienced a record-breaking heat wave. It resulted in over 70,000 deaths. Vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, are particularly at risk. Food security is another critical issue. Changes in climate affect agricultural productivity. Extreme weather events can destroy crops and reduce yields. This can lead to food shortages and increased prices. Water scarcity is also a growing problem. Melting glaciers and altered rainfall patterns affect water supply. Urban areas are not immune. Rising sea levels threaten coastal cities. Flooding can displace millions of people and cause significant damage. Addressing these human impacts requires coordinated efforts at local, national, and global levels. Section 6. Solutions and actions for individuals. Individuals have a crucial role to play in combating global warming. Simple lifestyle changes can make a significant difference. Reducing energy consumption is a good starting point. This can be achieved by using energy-efficient appliances and lighting. Turning off lights and unplugging devices when not in use also helps. Transportation is another area where individuals can contribute. Opting for public transport, cycling, or walking reduces carbon emissions. Carpooling and using electric or hybrid vehicles are other viable options. Reducing air travel and choosing more sustainable vacation options can also help. Dietary choices impact the climate as well. Reducing meat consumption, particularly beef, lowers methane emissions. Waste reduction is equally important. Together, we can make a substantial impact. Section 7. Governmental measures and policies. Governments have a pivotal role in addressing global warming. Policies and regulations are essential for driving change. Setting emission reduction targets is a fundamental step. Many countries have committed to reducing their carbon footprint under the Paris Agreement. This international treaty aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Investing in renewable energy is critical. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power are sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. Governments can provide incentives for renewable energy projects. Tax benefits and subsidies encourage private sector investment. Transitioning to a green economy requires substantial support and funding. Legislation to protect forests and promote reforestation is necessary. Promoting sustainable agricultural practices also helps. International cooperation is vital. Collaboration is key to achieving long-term solutions. Section 8. Supporting statistics and facts. Statistics provide a clear picture of the global warming crisis. According to NASA, the Earth's surface temperature has increased by about 1.18 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. The past decade, from 2011 to 2020, was the warmest on record. The concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere has reached unprecedented levels. As of 2023, it stands at over 420 parts per million. Sea levels are rising at an alarming rate. The IPCC reports that global sea levels have risen by about 8 inches or 20 centimeters since 1880. Approximately 3 inches or 7.6 centimeters of this rise occurred in the last 25 years. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. Heat waves, floods, and storms are more common and intense. Biodiversity is under threat. Section 9. A hopeful conclusion: actions we can take. The challenge of global warming is immense, but there is hope. We have the knowledge and tools to make a difference. Immediate and sustained action is essential. By working together, we can mitigate the impacts and build a sustainable future. Individuals can make meaningful contributions. Simple lifestyle changes, informed choices, and advocacy are powerful tools. Governments must lead with strong policies and investments in renewable energy. The future depends on our actions today. Let's embrace the challenge and work towards a brighter, sustainable future.